Woohoo! Welcome back to the Nerd in today's episode of the Chelsea Transfer Ban Save, as we are back to start the FA Cup campaign. Thought we'd come back as we pass through the Champions League group with ease. So today we have Harrogate in the FA Cup third round. I decided I was going to come up for it before I knew the opponent. So we're going to have a nice game. Harrogate down in the Vanarama National League. So they've really got their big FA Cup. We're away as well, so we're going to Harrogate. They've got their big FA Cup game that they wanted against the mighty Chelsea. As you can see in the league, it's been going very well. We've had a couple of... Well, obviously, we're not lost, which is good. We had the Man United loss, but since then, nothing but green. Champions League, let's clear that one out. We won every single game. We let in one goal, 18 points, we're clear, we're through. That was a Brucey bonus. Then, in the league, we did great guns against Liverpool. Absolutely managed to turn them over. 3-0. Karamoko and Jude Bellingham. Sorry, Jude Bellingham getting two. Then Bellingham had an outstanding game. I think he got the assist for the Karamoko goal as well, which was beastly. Some great saves from Kepa. He was up at 7.1, so you can imagine the sort of saves he was making to keep us in that game. We have then gone on, we beat Aston Villa in the league. We did draw with Brighton, which was a little bit annoying. We scored early on. They got back into it, and then we couldn't score again. So dropped points there. We then beat Norwich 3-1, and in the league just gone. Lost points against Fulham. Fulham was 17th. And they actually were doing us over. The fact that Esposito came on and got the goal was fantastic for us, because I thought we were going to lose. So we're sat second in the league. It's looking very good. Only team bar Everton to have only lost one game. Obviously, that game against Manchester United, but drawing games against Fulham and Brighton, which we should have really lost. Fulham now down in the relegation zone, means we're not top, but we are up there. So a win will put us 1 point behind United in our next game. If we look at goals, I mean, we're not appearing on here. Mason Mount on player of the matches, that's it. But I think it's because we're getting a good spread of goals. It's still early in the season, obviously, but good to start how we want to continue by pushing up. The club vision is only to qualify, I think. Qualify for European Champions Cup, so it's just the top four again. They dropped what we had for the last one, which was about trying to win the Premier League. So luckily we got that one down. We did get, I can't remember if I told you about it, but we did get the Expand Stadium put through as well. So at the end, when we knew we weren't spending a lot of our transfer budget because we had lots of money, we went and buzzed through and put I think there was two upgrades we put in. One of them was Expand Stadium, one was something else. But that one is due to be completed middle of next year. So that kind of brings you up to date. The World Cup happened as well, and the interesting thing about the World Cup was top goal scorer in the World Cup was Sebastiano Esposito. Best goal of the tournament was Mason Mount, and best player of the tournament, which I thought was a surprise, was Ryan Gravenberch. So we had within our team 3 players that had an outstanding World Cup, and I was super surprised. Esposito, Gravenberch being top players and top goal scorers was pretty mental. So with I think Tammy's been letting me down a little bit. He's plays very well. Obviously, he plays very well. But I think it might be time to give Esposito a little go. He did come on and save us against Fulham. If he can keep scoring goals and gets us through those games, then he may get a first-team place. Bellingham's been amazing. Dembele has been pretty damn good as well out on this right-hand side. So we're going to give Gravenberch and Mount go in the middle with Cover King sat in the Regista role. That is also because Belisa and Gilmore are injured, but we need to find out what role we want to play Gravenberch in and who will be the natural replacements for the Cover King in that defensive role. We've got some youngsters knocking about. We've got a bench that's full of young talent at the moment, and we've been playing them. Even like guys like Ben Bedford. We're throwing him into certain games. And yeah, he's been loving it. I've been loving using the youngsters. So the save still capturing me. Reece James has also let me down a little bit right back. So we've been going in with Nieva. He's actually going to start because James, I think, caused the mistake that led to the goal in the last game. So we're going to start playing him a bit more. It's good to see that we had a strong World Cup and our players featured heavily in that World Cup. I think that's good to see. It means we're giving them game time and they're getting World Cup time as well, national football time. So that's exciting. And today we start our FA Cup campaign, where I'm kind of hoping for a complete routing. Absolute routing. So corner, first highlight. Corner in from Mason Mount. Swings it. Gravenberch is there. Heads just wide. So we should be putting these guys to the sword. Going through in the FA Cup. So we are live in all cups. Obviously, we want to start winning some trophies now as well. We've got a couple of seasons. We've got the first lot of youngsters through. January just around the corner. Tomorrow is the 1st of Jan in the game. So we will be going out and buying the best of the 17-year-olds and under that we can find with the 120 million that we've got in the budget. I think it's the one thing, we've got to take a punt on them each transfer window because obviously it's only a matter of time before they become 18 and therefore unable to purchase. So we need to make sure the scouting is constantly being done and we know who we're going to be purchasing before we get to the transfer windows as Dembele goes close there. Cover King on the run now. Emerson back in the team after a bit of a lengthy injury. We've been playing Alonso a fair bit and he's just lost out there. That's disappointing. Can we get the ball back? I was building that up because I thought we were going to attack and score, but okay, we've got the ball back. Emerson tries again. Comes forward. Can he find the pass? He finds it out to Dembele. Dembele's got outside of him Nieva. He uses him. Nieva, can he whip it in? He goes back. Simple ball. Bellingham. Oh, having the big man. And that big man at the back post is brilliant. Bellingham on the ball now. 17 minutes gone. We are dominating, but I'd like to see a score goal fairly early on just to calm the nerves as Mount charges into the box. The shot wasn't great. Not really. Mentz is in here. Harrogate. Oh, he's running off. He's running off, don't worry. I mean, Harrogate here, Vanarama national opponents, playing against Premier League Chelsea, second in the league Chelsea. Like, we should, this, for them, biggest game of the decade. For us, we should be putting to the bloody sword, putting on a show. Instead, they're effectively defending. Oh, Emerson's got it back. Esposito's there, and he's headed over. Come on, boys. Fucking 7 shots, 4 on target. We ain't got a goal yet. I need to see something. Mount, free kick. Wide. Dembele out on the right-hand side. Puts it in. No, it's cleared out. Come on, boys. We've got this. Ball bent forward into Mensah, heads on. Cover King. Nieva to Mount. Gravenberch. Can he find the pass? Find the pass, baby. Out it goes. Bellingham. He's come very narrow. Emerson. He's going to take the shot. Oh, he takes a shot and he scores. Emerson back in the team after his injury. Gets the first goal of the match. The left back scoring. We're going to put all that attacking flair we've got on there. And yeah, it's left back. Emerson takes a shot, takes a couple of strides forward and just puts it in the bottom corner. Easy. 1-0 up. Lovely job. In fact, we're going to be mean. We're going to tweak up. They're playing defensive. We're going to tweak up to attacking. Let's put our foot down a little bit, shall we? They've not had a single shot in the first 34 minutes. And we scored the 1 goal. I'd like to see us get a bit of a little morale booster here. Let's really push up on them. Dembele on the ball, Gravenberch. He's looking out left. Emerson there, the goal scorer. He's gone for a second. Belshaw saves. He's getting greedy. Mount. In-swinger. Scator. The new centre, one of the new centre-backs there. Mpandu and Scatoraro. The backup centre-back. We've still got Zuma and Christensen knocking around. Having no one really been touted for buying as a penalty. We get a penalty? Broadbent shoves Scalataro. Is that Mason Mount? It's usually Mount that takes the pens. Mason Mount steps up. Mason Mount dispatches the penalty. 2-0 up. A left back goal and a penalty. But we are 2-0 up in the first half. So nice, comfortable game now. I can feel a little bit more relaxed. Only Kepa has been a one. I think Mourinho is at PSG. Cool. And Kepa is being touted. Apparently he is wanted. I think Esposito is wanted by a few. But no one, nothing at the moment is coming through bid-wise, or there's been no, there's not been multiple, what they call news stories. That's like a worry here. Moore gets forward. Kepa have to make the save. And defensively, we've not cleared our lines. Defending recently, in not just this save, but all saves, it's been a little bit dodgy. Like, defenders very, struggling to clear their lines. Esposito hits the bar there with a free kick. But yeah, Kepa the only one with bids, with potential bids going to be coming in, but we will be rejecting them. I don't think Connor Boyce-Clark is ready yet. We've not seen anything bad from him in the games that he has played, but he's definitely not ready. And if we're going to have to replace with only our youth, we need to make sure that Connor Boyce-Clark is ready to go into the sticks before. That would be a big mistake to let Kepa go too soon. Dembele now away. Esposito. He cut inside. He can. Esposito. He's still got it. He's got it live. Nieva into the box. Cover King. Takes a shot blocked. Gravenberch is running the wrong way and then whips it round to nobody. Gravenberch, top player in the World Cup there. Mount. Gravenberch. Lazy Esposito. I mean, their goalie's been on fire. 12 shots on target he's faced. Only letting 2. One of them was a penalty. This keeper is... Someone needs to sign him up. He's a beast. Corner again. Whipped in by Mount. Ampandu's there. It's gone over. Into Dembele. Dembele in the box. Cuts it back. Mason Mount there. Blocked again by the defence. Dembele blocked again. Oh, 23 shots. We're having fun here, aren't we? We're having fun here. As we get into the second half, it may be a chance for one of the other youngsters to come on. Although, actually, I think now Hudson-Odoi is back and Pulisic are back from injuries. I think I've put them on the bench to make sure they get their match fitness back. So we'll see. We have been playing Flamby, whatever his name is, and Ben Bedford, the youngster, whilst those guys are out. So they've been getting a lot more Premier League time, which is good. But can we get some more goals here? Bellingham, out on the left, 57 minutes gone, 2-0 up. Not really the destroying that I was hoping for. Mount, there we go. Mount was not marked at all. When they don't defend or don't mark properly, we get the goal. But Harrogate, done well here. Done well. Because look at the bloody statistics. We've absolutely bossed them on possession, shots and everything. We're only 3-0 up. 57 minutes. As their tired legs kick in, though, we could see a lot more goals go in as the fitness issues hit them. Mason Mount with 2 goals and an assist. He is really coming into his own. Esposito not stepping up to this game. Complacency for him. So who have we got on the bench? We've got Livramento. We can give him a game. Mount is injured. Let's get Mount off. Let's get the Cover King forward. Korea is more of a... Juan is more of a defensive player. He's a Segundo Volante. He's got way more tackling than he has anything else. He can play the Regista role, but he's definitely a defensive midfielder. So when he comes through, we might have to tweak the role. But it's good that he's got that defensive attributes there. And you know what? Let's give Hudson-Odoi a run out as well. We'll save the last sub for a little bit later on. Oh, Dembele has robbed the defence there. He is charging forward. He's got the goalkeeper to beat. He struck it so early. And that was the key. 4th goal of the season for Karamoko Dembele. 4-0 up now. He hit that early. Robbing them on their own broadbent here. Look, Dorla's on the ball. Karamoko steps in. Relieves him of possession. Charges. And he hits this so early on his left foot. That is good to see, actually. Because getting closer means he's likely to not get the goals. So seeing him just bosh that one from that range is lovely stuff. 4-0 now. Harrogate disappearing out of sight. Hudson-Odoi. He could be one that leaves in the summer. There's a few players that we might have to let go in the summer. Like I say, we're bringing the under kids through. And just because we've got players in that kind of fill the requirements doesn't mean they can't leave. We can still make money from our wonder kids. We can develop them and then send them on. So it's not like just because we got this team now, this is the team that's going to carry on forward. We could be bringing through further players and pushing other players out of the team as the team grow. Cover King into Dembele. Nieva. Nieva is one of those. If the right back pushes on, and Reece James falls out of favour. As long as we have good players coming through behind, there's no reason why the subs don't push on players. Same with the centre backs, like you guys are saying. Christian or Zuma, one of them needs to go. We've got Ampandu waiting to play. We've got Scalatorio. We've got some good centre backs coming through now to catch. So I think either Jan or the summer, one of the 2 centre backs will be going. But I don't want to force them out. I want to make sure we get best money for them. So I want bids to come in. Esposito, lovely little ball inside to Callum Hudson-Odoi. He runs away, hits it early again. The goal goes in. Lovely stuff. 5-0 now. This is what we were looking for. This is better. It just took us, until the second half for them to get a little bit tired. Belshaw clears. Gravenberch wins the header into Esposito. He turns it round the corner. And Hudson-Odoi charges. He's not looking that quick. They nearly got back to him. And the ball did go right through the goalie. But bar that, lovely stuff. Good to see him getting a goal coming straight back as well as the Cover King puts a free kick just wide. Harrogate enjoyed their day, hopefully. We've embarrassed them a little bit. With 5 minutes left to go. Let's give Livramento a go in at left back. He's got it starts here from the beginning, and I think when we were first doing signings, you guys were telling me about he being the best left back option at the club. I don't think he is necessarily going to be the one that can play. He doesn't look that good. Hickey, we brought in Aaron Hickey, again, you guys' suggestion, and he also doesn't look that good. So I think left back is one of those positions we're still looking for strong cover for when Emerson goes. And that's the full-time whistle. Chelsea 5, Harrogate 0. 37 shots in the end. Mason Mount doing well. Kepa doing nothing. Because he didn't need to. Lovely job. I could have played Boys Clark, really, couldn't I? And the transfer window is about to open. About to go. Chelsea receive a bit of money. Lovely stuff. We'll do that after. Ziyech loan made permanent. After featuring last match, Ziyech is now triggered. His loan from Chelsea be made permanent for 18 million. See, that is a cheap amount of money for Ziyech. So we transfer in at the end of the season. But we did want to get rid of him. So we bought him for 35, someone for 18. That's not a good deal. But he wasn't doing that well for us. I mean, the first season was very, very good. And after that, not so great. But good that he's been made permanent. He's gone now. We don't need to worry about Ziyech. And Mount, look at that. Mount now starting to step into his own. I was worried he wasn't really going to turn up. Wasn't going to become the player we wanted him to be. So now we have the transfer window about to open. So we will be going out. We'll be looking at, we still have our filters on for the age. 141 million in the bank. And we've got a lot of youngsters in here. A lot of 16 and 17 year olds that we're going to, why is that recommendation not working? There we go. That we can go in and have a look at. Obviously, some of the ones from the bigger teams, Bayern, PSG, that we'll struggle to pick up. But if you've got someone here, like here, Ian Cottam, looks like he could be. He's got good flair in it as a striker. Advanced forward, 14 finishing. He's not very quick, though. So we'll have a look at players like him. If they're at Hull, and some of, maybe Leipzig, Anders, definitely, we can try and steal them. Because we'll have to pay, we've been paying between 7.5 and 15 million for these youngsters. So it's a fair amount of cash. Not when you're Chelsea, obviously, because we've got a lot of money there. And then it's just about making sure we're bringing them through and defending. We'll have a look at the younger teams as well to see how they're getting on in Dev. So now we've got no one who is first team candidates. I think we've brought most of them up. And the rest of the teams then looking pretty strong. We've got a strong under 23 squad, an average under 18 squad. And I think it's because most of our potential is down here in the in under 23s. A lot of them out on loan as well. So we've got to look at these potential 5-star players just absolutely bossing it around. You'll love to see it. Cherky, we've got still to come back as well. Let's forget about Cherky. And let's have a look at the under 18s. We've got our youth intake coming up soon, but it didn't look like there was anyone great in there as well. Pete Pilkington. We might have to put some work into him. Young Pete with his little soul patch. We're going to need left backs. That is definitely going to be one of the ones we need to look at. So we'll check out. We'll buy some players. We'll be back for the next game. The next game will be the next cup game, which will be the Carabao Cup quarter-final versus Brentford, where we get some of those youngsters out. We play almost a fully rotated team for the Carabao Cup, as it's not a cup that is favoured by the board. So we get to see and test our youngsters. We got Manchester City and Sheffield United between then. And then after that, we'll be back for probably one of the games, either Arsenal, Tottenham, or United. I mean, Man United are top. So maybe we go for February. We go for a bit of transfers. But that'll be it for the week. So if you have enjoyed, make sure you smash that like button. Subscribe if you are new to the channel. And I'll see you back next time as we see if we can progress to a semi-final in the Carabao Cup. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.